Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and today going to be joined with Veiled Shot to talk about some of these different systems in game, like the new one here with the Eternal Legendary Crest. And if you're curious about if you should be spending platinum on that or not, and if it's worth it, we're just going to dive in to give you some context on that. So let's get into it. Alrighty, what's up, Veiled Shot? How you doing today?
Doing well so far.
So far, oh yeah, you got your debate tonight with Trigger Happy John, huh?
Yep. We're gonna be running it back with the old treasure hunter versus no treasure hunter debate. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I saw you guys making videos. So stay tuned for that. We've got a different topic at hand, but that'll be a fun one to check out tonight. But yeah, so what do you think, just in general, about this mechanic right here of purchasing the legendary crest for 1600 platinum? Have you been kind of doing that right away? And we've also got like an icon on here. Is that like a warband icon or something?
Yeah, the way the game kind of formats it is that is the warband icon, and it like has like a warband ticket when you do the warband raid, and you have to get the ticket, and then you could go buy the crest or something. The way they word everything is very strange. But basically, it's just the warband icon on there, so you have to do it once a week.
Yeah,
And I've
gotcha.
picked up mine so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it live because I think it's worth it personally. And we can kind of talk about why. So obviously I think it's worth it if I bought it, but why do you think it's worth it?
Well, there's a few things. One, it's just strictly way more fun use of your platinum in my eyes. Like, if I was gonna spend one thing on like anything in the game, that spending platinum is like the most boring thing ever. You're looking at the market, and all you're doing is just reducing your stores. And I'm the saver type, so it just makes me sad to see it. This is a little bit more fun. You get to run it and to see if you end up making profit. But overall, actually, I ran the average platinum gain from a crest, and it is almost 3 times as much platinum for a single Eternal Legendary crest than the cost is. So it's almost 3 times as much, which is almost 4,800 platinum from each Eternal crest.
But that's dependent on the server, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yep. So you have some servers out there that are just absolutely screwed. Just like they're just absolutely memes where you're selling your gems for such low costs. Like, I've seen people selling one stars for 500 platinum, which is absurd. It's half the cost over here. And if you have a server like that, then it'll maybe be barely worth it. But in my eyes, usually it'll be worth it, even so, because it has to be really bad on your server to have that happen.
Yeah, I mean, so I thought on our server it was like one of the cheaper ones. I've seen people talking about like sometimes 1-star gems are going for like 4 or 5,000. I'm like, really? So like it's usually like 1K on ours.
Yeah, it's really hard to find 1-star gems for under 1K at this point on our server. For a little while there was like 800-900 you could find a couple. But at this point, it's pretty much even like the really garbage ones, like Nightmare Wreath or something like Defiance or like Chain Death or any of these like random ones. They're going for 1K, and that's about as low as you can find it. For some servers, I've seen max priced gems across the board because people are just purchasing them up like crazy.
Yeah, where's it max out at for a 1-star? It's looks like it's gonna be about 2K something. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So you're right. They're not. Yeah, they can only sell for that much because they kind of ancillarily cap things. But I've definitely seen some prices be out of whack, and for the first time ever, or not as ever, but for the first time in a long time, max price gems are actually expiring. I don't know if you can see my screen if you got it pulled up here. But max level
Yeah.
gems are actually expiring, or max price gems, like gemstones, which has never happened for a while, like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, usually the sapphires, the tourmalines are just go. They just straight up go every time. And then the citrines, the topazes, the aquamarines, the ones that are like potency resistance. No one really cares. They're not exciting stats. And so if you don't have like, I'm gonna use some of the whales on our server, just buy literally all of them in the market one day, and then just like do some upgrades, and then that's like, okay, now I gotta sell again. But yeah, this is the only way really to obtain that amount of platinum besides your daily quests. Otherwise, it'll be hard to get that legendary crest.
Yep. Okay. So back. I think I kind of cut you off when you were explaining, but based on the prices you see here on our server, which kind of revolves around 1-star gems being around 1,000, that means that you expect the average return of a 1,600 investment on an Eternal Crest over the course of a large sample size to be around 4K. You said.
Yeah, so that's before taxes. It depends on what gem you're selling, obviously. But if you include taxes, the end result ends up being about 3,700 platinum. Now, when I calculated it, it was actually about a week and a half ago. So the gem prices have actually raised quite a bit. So it might even be closer to about 4K, 4.2K at this point.
Okay. Yep. So kind of makes sense there. I think on most all of your servers, you should probably be going ahead and purchasing that if you've got 1,600 plat. That is. The other thing I want to talk about while we're here talking about some of these mechanics around the gems and stuff is a lot of people are curious on what to do with their fading embers. So what I've kind of been doing is just purchasing up as many of these Fa runes as I can. Is that kind of what you've been doing as well?
Yeah, I mean, as far as we know, they're not going to add. They have weird like currency conversions. There's literally only one way to use Fading Ember, and that's like the rune exchange. If you wanted to do that, which is just a scam system, and then the Fa runes, which is the real system. So yeah, pure Fa runes for me.
Yep, and then I think the craft is best to go after the legendary gem, right? Is that the way you've been crafting yours?
The random legendary gem,
like the random for a 5-star chance is the way that I've been doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, so far I haven't really done it all that often. I've honestly kind of been sitting on my Fa runes or my Fading Ember. But yeah, that's what I would have done for sure.
Oh, you haven't done that yet. You haven't.
I've only done it once, and I got a 1-star. So I was like, I'll just sit on them for now.
Yeah, because you can do the now. I guess this is the now that I'm here and I see it, I see what I wanted to really talk about. We were talking about this in Discord last night when we were running dungeons and stuff. Like, why would you do the legendary gem instead of the crest? It doesn't, like, they're the same price. It's 22 on both, and like the Eternal Crest is going to give you a chance to drop a legendary during the rift. And like why, and you can like trade it on the I guess I can both trade on the market. So really it's just saving yourself the time, I guess.
It actually goes even more in depth in this. I've had a few people argue this. Like some people are like, oh, there's just a meme update because it doesn't do anything. I actually think everyone should be picking up the Eternal Legendary Crest for 2 reasons. One, it accounts towards your Fading Ember cap for the week. So if you're a free-to-play player or if you're even a spender, getting that 120 bonus Fading Ember, you can only get that from using crests. So getting this Eternal Legendary Crest will help you get the bonus Fading Ember. So if that's a struggle for you, this will help that way. The second thing is Eternal Legendary Crests have a pity. Random Legendary Gem crafting, we don't know if it has a pity. So if you get really unlucky, the pity is always going to help you out. It's no downside to having a pity. Whereas you could go 50 gem crafts here and not get a single one. And then the third thing, I guess, and this one's more tinfoil hat, but we don't know the crafting rates. So they could have slipped in lower crafting rates than the drop rates for the Eternal Legendary Crest. And I would think that Blizzard is very capable of doing that. So that's...
I've got it pulled up on my screen. You see it?
Oh, actually, I do see it. Yeah.
Yep.
I've never seen that before. So it is exactly the same, actually. So yeah, you should just go with the Eternal Legendary Crest.
Yep. But that's a good point. We've seen games do different systems in different places, and like in Summoner's Glory, you had different odds to get different legendary champions, and like we've seen all sorts of things like that. So it's definitely a good point. But I'm with you. I think for like a whale who just doesn't care, like maybe they put that in there for the people that spend $40,000 and they have all these Fading Embers, but even then it still caps. So it's like. You can't be sitting on 10,000 Fading Ember. Like,
I would agree with a lot of people out there that it's definitely strange. Like the advantages for the Eternal Legendary Crests are not a lot, but it is a small advantage. So I guess take whatever you can get, right? That's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I say you take your File Runes, you turn them into Eternal Legendary Crests. I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. Why does it say Legendary Gem? Oh, Eternal Legendary Crest, and then when you craft it, it actually says Legendary Gem. A little bit of a typo there. They'll have
Yeah,
to,
that's a little concerning.
yeah, that's going to confuse some people. It kind of confused me when it popped up there. But yeah, you want to turn that into your Eternal Legendary Crest, and then I think we're going to mostly be in consensus that it is worth it to go ahead and take that Eternal Legendary. Now, what if it was not an Eternal Legendary Crest? What if let's say on this page, the one you craft was tradable, and you get a non-eternal crest, and it would be account bound? Then what would you do?
Oh, that's actually super tough. Oh man, because I would probably just go with the. Ooh. Yeah, I would probably go with the gem craft. The pity in my eyes is just not good enough for you to warrant trying to go for the crest. I mean, the pity's 50, so you'd have to be 2.5 times over the drop rate in order for you to take advantage of the pity. So it's like, okay, well, I'll just take the for sure sellable gem rather than, if I get a 4 out of 5 jade and I already have a 4 out of 5 jade, that's 32 gem power and there's nothing else I can do with it. It's like, that's brutal.
Yep, exactly. I agree. I think the Eternals are worth way more. I think you should be always trying to get to leave yourself that option, and I agree that you definitely want to scoop up the. Now, on the same vein, what if that one wasn't tradable? Would you still spend 1,600 plat on?
No, I actually wouldn't. I would keep. I would just save my platinum for the guaranteed purchase.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It should probably be what, about 1,000 if it wasn't tradable.
Yeah, honestly, the thing is, in order for me to fully guarantee, the problem is like most of the platinum worth from these crests comes from the fact that you can actually sell your 5-star gems, because you could oftentimes the 5-star gems sell for like 45k. Reliably you can get about 40k back, which means that you made 8k in platinum, right? Because your gem power is worth 1,000 platinum per gem power, assuming you're buying those, 1-star gems, which means that in gem power, a 5-star gem is 32,000 platinum. So you'd basically be making 8k platinum, and that's where like a lot of the additional value of the crest comes from. So it's got to be at least on par with a 1-star, in my opinion, for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna go spend my platinum and do that and get an RNG return, versus like, okay, I can save up for this really nice gem or duplicate that I need to upgrade my 5 stars already.
Yep, cool. I agree with you, and yeah, I'm glad they added that as a mechanic in the game. So I just wanted to throw out a video giving you all some context on how we're feeling about the new mechanic in here, and how these Eternal Legendary Crests and the crafting and all of that are shaping up in terms of how we manage our accounts and what we're kind of spending and purchasing. So anything else you wanted to cover before we wrap it up or talk about Veiled?
I will say that after chatting with some people, as well as even within our own clan, this is going to be hard for people to do. Like getting together a group of random people, if you're not in a clan that's committed, getting 8 people together to get a legendary crest is going to be rough. I really wish they did it like clan related. Like anyone in your clan can go ahead and you can pull together a raid group and then enter with your 8 and then purchase it. You don't have to go specifically leave your warband, join this other warband for 5 minutes, and then leave your warband, come back to your. It's just so like extra,
I must be confused about what you're talking about there, because I see the warband icon. What do you? I don't even. I must have missed this mechanic or something.
Yeah. So you know how we have the warband raids for the Heliquary?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
The only way you can purchase that one is if you finish a warband raid this week.
Oh, so this isn't available for everybody?
It is available for everyone as long as they finished a warband raid.
That's what that icon is. That's what the warband icon is. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Yeah, that's kind of lame.
Yeah, so that's why we were doing it last night, was jumping into a warband raid, because we're like, okay, we got to get our legendary crest. But for most people, that's going to be really tough. And I really wish they would have kind of used your clan. Like, why not just use your members of your clan? Like, okay, here's your clan raid. If you join in with your clan members, they'll unlock it or something. Or even just do a raid in general. Like, or just not lock it at all. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say, like, as long as you, like, kill the Heliquary boss. I mean, I get that they're trying to make warbands worth it, but I don't like gating content to make it worth it. I would rather have, like, a bonus on top or something. But, I mean, I guess you can say this is a bonus on top, technically, because you're getting it. Like, yeah, it's kind of weird to me, though. I don't know.
Yeah, this could be a whole video on its own, but like it's like warbands in general. It's like they keep stacking more content on warbands, and when everyone's saying the problem is, well, the warband mechanics are the problem, not the rewards from it. It's like, we can't get 8 people together, or we can. It's just that they're in different warbands, and we have to leave the warband all the time. It's just a little silly.
Yeah, we will have to touch base and collaborate on that at some point. We could probably have a 25-minute discussion on war bands and ways to make it better and all that. But yeah, I guess because I've always got a raid done and I'm in a war band, I didn't even realize that was a thing. That's why that icon confused me. Okay, that makes sense, and hopefully for any of you that were confused as well. So yeah, thanks for the context, Veiled. I appreciate you, and I'll link to your channel down below. Definitely want to check out Veiled Shot, cranking out daily Diablo Immortal content as well. So that'll do it for us on this one, and thanks for joining me, Veiled.
Thank you for having me.